Welcome to Blended Healing. Welcome to Blended Healing. Hey y'all, hey y'all, let me bring this down. Hey, let me bring this down. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. Hey, Tiara. Thank you for coming through. Hey, lady. Hey, lady. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. In the meantime, hey, Queen. Hey, Boo. Hey, Boo. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it, everyone. We're going to just set the tone here. I got something a little special for you. So just enjoy, relax. Welcome home. Welcome back. All right. I'm so glad that everybody made it in today. So let's get our heart and our minds ready. At this point, I'll be popping in and out on the comments, but I do want to thank you all for stopping by Blended Healing on tonight. We are moving pretty good. We are in part six of this process of forgiveness, healing through forgiveness. So without delay, make sure that you have your water with you. We'll be moving energy tonight. Make sure that you have your journal and your pen. If not, you can always go back to the replay and catch it that way as well. Let us begin. I call for the courage and the freedom to be myself, to forgive myself, and to forgive all others. I forgive myself. I forgive my mind only by forgiving my false ideals and beliefs about others and myself because my mind can recognize. Today's forgiveness practice is about forgiveness of your earthly father, whether you knew him or not, had a relationship with him or not. Your father is one of the reasons you're alive. While many of us may have hurt, wound, and sorrows attached to our father's presence or absence, forgiveness is the most powerful way to lessen the damages. As we, with all heartfelt, committed forgiveness work, the mind becomes clear and the heart opens to a deeper understanding of how we are loved by the Heavenly Father. I encourage you to undertake today's practice with deep compassion for yourself and conscious gratitude for your biological father. Let's go over the forgiveness practice. Number one, find a quiet place where you are not disturbed for at least 30 minutes. We're going to begin this process this evening with a stilling of your mind for at least 5 minutes. We will be turning into the stillness meditation. After that, we're going to read the forgiveness prayer twice, one to yourself and once out loud. We're going to then scan the emotional trigger list. You should have a copy of it already. If you do not, I'm going to put my IG in the chat later on, and I will send you the listing so you have it. Then you're going to use your journal to write and complete each of the 12 forgiveness statements based upon what we are speaking about tonight, which is forgiving your father. And I would prefer if you do this after the session, so that way you have enough time to dedicate and really think about from your heart what you want to pour into it. Number 6, you're going to record any additional insights and breakthroughs. Then we're going to listen to the gratitude meditation to restore our mind and our heart to balance. And then later on tonight, spend at least 5 to 10 minutes in quiet reflection. And make sure that you do something good for yourself, you know? Okay, let's play the stillness meditation. In the forgiveness process guidelines, number 2 is talking about the stillness meditation. I am going to play it for you on this recording beginning now. Please find a comfortable place. Ashe.
Stillness meditation. This guided meditation is offered to support you in creating stillness within your mind and body. Stillness is a state of being quiet or calm, directing your focus and attention to the source of life within you. In order to receive the full benefit of this meditative experience, it is recommended that you listen during a time and in a place where you will not be disturbed for 5 to 7 minutes. For this meditation, you may sit comfortably in a chair or you may lie down. We begin with an intention to stay awake, aware, and alert throughout the entire meditation. This intention now moves through your entire being so that every aspect of you knows to cooperate with you and the process. Begin by getting comfortable. Shift your position, move your body so that you feel fully supported by the chair you are in or the foundation you are laying on. Take a deep cleansing breath by inhaling slowly through your nostrils and exhaling fully through your mouth, making the sound again. Long, deep, slow inhale. Now drop the breath with the sound. Once again, a long, slow, deep inhale. Now drop the breath and relax. And now we begin. Allow your body to relax, beginning with your feet. Allow a feeling of relaxation to fill your feet until they feel heavy, loose, and relaxed. Relax your ankles, your lower legs, your knees. Allow the relaxation to continue, moving into your upper legs and thighs. Allow the muscles of your legs to completely relax, feeling very heavy and relaxed. Relax your hips and pelvis and all of the surrounding muscles. Feel your stomach and lower backs relaxing, the muscles giving up their hold. Feel the relaxation in your chest, back, and sides, feeling very relaxed, very heavy. Let your hands relax all the way from your fingertips to your wrist. Feel your lower arms relaxing, letting go. Relax your elbows and upper arms, loose and heavy. Relax your shoulders, feeling them lowering slightly. Finding a comfortable, relaxed position, free from tension. Allow the muscles in your neck to relax, letting go. And relax your face and head. Feel your entire body relaxing even more deeply, becoming completely relaxed, limp, heavy, comfortable. Now turn your attention inward, relaxing even more deeply inside. Find your breath, the rhythm of your inhale and your exhale. Listen. Find your breath as it moves in and out. Relax and breathe. There is nothing for you to do. There is no one you must be. Just listen and relax. Listen. Just listen. Feel the stillness of your body. The stillness of the place you occupy. Listen. Just listen. All is well. All is still. Now bring your awareness back to taking a long, deep inhale. Now drop the breath with the sound. And again, long, slow, deep inhale. And drop it. Now wiggle your toes and your fingers. And give your body a nice big stretch. Stretching everything, allowing the energy to reintegrate into your body. And whenever you're ready, you may open your eyelids. Find something familiar in the room. Focus your gaze on it. Take a deep breath in and drop the breath. And know that you can return to a state of stillness anywhere, at any moment, by just relaxing and listening. Be blessed.
In the forgiveness process guidelines, number 2 is talking about the stillness. Apologies for that. While you are in a nice, still place, I want to share with you how important and how special today is. Today is the 777 portal. The 777 portal that opened up today. So there's a lot of energy, positive energy flowing through. This is happening in conjunction with the supermoon in Capricorn that we just had on the 3rd, that peaked on the 3rd, I should say. So we're just coming off of that as of yesterday. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. What does the 777 represent? It represents an angelic number. You are in the right place at the right time. It is the number of God and divine timing. This number is a sign of completedness and signifies that your soul and spirit are in alignment. As long as you focus on maintaining a balanced life, the number 7 represents psychic growth, intuition, spirituality, and dreams. So those things will be heightened because it's tripled. If you're facing difficult times, the angels want you to keep pushing forward. The universe is working in your favor. Ashe. Let's continue with the presentation. This is the prayer of forgiveness. We'll be reading this prayer together silently. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the screen and I see on your screen it's blurry. So do the best you can. I hope it will clear up. The internet in the room that I'm in is not that well. But do your best. We're going to read it silently together. I'm going to give you a few moments to do that. And then we're going to read it out loud together. Ashe? Ashe. Let us begin. Blessed Ooh, begin. I'm sorry. Please read it to yourself now. Ashe. Let's read it together. Blessed Heavenly Father, today I ask for and open myself to receive your forgiveness for all the judgments, bitterness, and resentments I have held about and against my earthly father. I ask to be freed from any and all heart sorrow, regret, grief, depression, sadness, or suffering that I have attached to my father in his life. I ask to be lifted above any and all hurts, disappointments and abandonments, anger or rage, and shame or blame that I have associated with my father and his life. Let us continue. This is taking an awful long time. Let me see if I can help it forward. Part 2. Please read this to yourself silently, and then we'll read it again together. Okay? All right. Let's read it together. I ask that you remind me to remember that, like me, my earthly father is a child of God, welcome and accepted into your love. I ask that you remind me to remember that when he wasn't there, you were. What he could not and did not do, you did. I ask that you create in me a clear mind and a loving heart for my Father, and teach me how to see him from a higher place. I am so grateful to know that I have always been guided, protected, and loved by the Father. I pray for my earthly father to recognize that this is also true for him. I rest in thee, I let it be, and so it is. Ashe. Gratitude, Ella. We're going to pause this right here. You should be scanning your emotional triggers listing right now. Write down any of the words that pop out in your journal so when you go back, you can utilize those words. Like I said, if you do not have the listing, I will give you my link to my IG page and I will provide that with you. If you did not receive a copy of the 12 statements that you have to um, record into your forgiveness journal, because I pre-sent them out. If you didn't, this is your opportunity to write them down now or take a photo of it or come back on the replay and look at this. So, subject number 1 is I forgive my mind for thinking. Number 1, I forgive my mind for thinking my father was. Complete the sentence. Number 2, I forgive my mind for thinking my father was not. Complete the sentence. I forgive my mind for thinking my father should have. Number 4, I forgive my mind for thinking my father should not have. Ashe. Let's continue. The next subject is I forgive myself for judging. Number 5, I forgive myself for judging my father for. Complete the sentence. I forgive myself for judging my father for not. Number 7, I forgive myself for judging my father about. Number 8, I forgive myself for judging my father about not. Let's continue. The next and last subject is I forgive myself for believing. Number 9, I forgive myself for believing my father made me feel. Number 10, I forgive myself for believing my father did not make me feel. Number 11, I forgive myself for believing my father should have made me feel. And lastly, number 12, I forgive myself for believing my father should not have made me feel. Ashe. As I stated before, you can utilize the trigger word listing. Those words that popped out at you, you can incorporate them into these sentences to make them complete or to guide you in the process of how to fill out these sentences, to complete the sentences. I would prefer if you did them in your quiet time, as time allots you longer to do it on your own. Let us continue. We're going to now do the tapping process. Please make sure that you have your bottle of water or glass of water next to you. What you see in front of you being demonstrated is the karate chop point. We're going to be working with that first. You're lifting your left hand and you're tapping with your right 4 fingers on the side of your left hand. We're going to identify the issue. We're then going to do, you're going to identify the issue that you have with forgiving your father. You're going to identify that. What are you going to call it? What is the name of it? Then you're going to rate the intensity level. Ashe, Ella. Then we're going to be doing the clearing and resistance or the reversal statement, and then the setup statement, and then the tapping sequence, and then you're going to recheck your intensity level. Let us continue. I forgive my father. I forgive my father. You're going to identify the issue, and then we're going to rate the intensity level. Okay? So after you write your 12 forgiveness statements in your journal, then the specific father forgiveness issues that you want to work on are becoming increasingly clear. Give the issue a name. Now, right now, from a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 represents that you have complete freedom from disturbing thoughts, 10 represents these thoughts are driving me crazy. Rate the intensity level of your thoughts, your judgments, and beliefs that you have about your unforgiveness of your father. Don't think about it. Let yourself just go. Write a number in your journal. Write a number. How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? We did the forgiveness statement. We told you what the lesson was going to be about. How do you feel after going through this process so far? Write a number down. Write a number down. You don't have to share it with anybody. Just put it in your journal. Okay? All right. Let's move on. We're now going to start the tapping process. This is the clearing and resistance statement. If you have not created your own, I have one here that you can utilize. We're going to do this 3 times on the karate chop point. Is everybody with me so far? Do you need to take a sip of water, anything? Let me know before we start the tapping process. Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to go. Put a 2 in the chat if you want to stop for a few minutes. Since we only have 3 people in the building, from what I see, let me know. I'll take the first person. Tiara, you said let's go. One more person. Ella, thank you. All right. I'm going to read it out loud. You have an opportunity to close your eyes and just listen to my prompts and just listen to me read. Thank you, Queen Sanity. And listen to me read it, and you're going to start tapping, okay? So close your eyes. Lift up your left hand sideways like we saw in the demonstration. Take the 4 fingers from your right hand and start tapping on the side of your left hand. Let us begin. Even though there is a part of me that is resistant to forgiving my father, and no one can make me change my mind, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Continue tapping. Even though there is a part of me that is resistant to forgiving my father, and no one can make me change my mind, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Continue tapping. Even though there is a part of me that is resistant to forgiving my father, and no one can make me change my mind, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Stop tapping, shake your hands out, take a sip of water, please. We are now moving into the setup statement portion. I will read it out loud. There's going to be three of them. So we're going to go to number one, then I'm going to go to the next slide, and then we're going to do two and three. Let us continue. We're still tapping on the karate chop point. Start tapping. Even though I have all this pent up unforgiveness toward my father, I have a right to be angry for the way he treated me. I refuse to let it go because it's my anger, my resentment, my bitterness, and I still love myself and respect my feelings. Keep tapping. Number two, even though there is a part of me that believes my father has no right to expect my forgiveness, I sometimes want to let him off the hook for some of the horrible things he has done, but I can't. Nevertheless, I still deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Keep tapping. Even though withholding my forgiveness is keeping me stuck in anger at my father, there's a part of me that doesn't want to let it go. I want to love and accept myself anyway. Stop tapping, shake your hands out, drink a sip of water. Hi, Kevin. Welcome, doll. We're tapping right now. You can still join in if you would like. Let us continue. Now we're going to get down into some things. I am going to tell you where to go. I'm going to tell you what these places are for those who are new to tapping. I'm going to let you know where to go. When I say eyebrow, you're going to take 4 fingers of each of your hands and you're going to tap on the inner side of your eyebrow. When I say side of eye, you'll be tapping on the side of your eye, meaning by the end of your eyebrow. When I say under eye, you're going to take 2 of your hands and you're going to tap underneath your eye. Okay? When I say under nose, you're going to be tapping with one hand right between your nose and your upper lip. When I say chin, you're going to take one hand and you're going to tap on your chin. When I say collarbone, you're going to take both your hands and tap on your collarbone. When I say underarm, you're literally going to be tapping underneath your arms. It looks kind of funny. I know it looks like a monkey or a chimp, but trust me. When I say liver, that means under your breast, and you're going to be tapping in that point. When I say wrist, you're going to be tapping your wrist together. When I say crown of head, you're going to be tapping on the top of your head. And you can do this with your eyes closed, and I will read it out loud and direct you where to go. Are we clear? 1 tells me that we're clear. 2 means that I need you to explain it again. I'm waiting for you. One means we're clear. Okay, we're clear. All right. Okay. Oh, great. Thank you. Okay, let's begin. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it drop. We are going to be moving a lot of energy. When I say tap, I don't mean like you're lightly touching yourself. I want you to tap. I don't want you to beat yourself up, but I want you to tap so you can feel it. Ashe? Ashe. Let us begin. Start tapping. Eyebrow. I feel really, really angry with my father. Side of eye. I feel really, really disgusted with my father. Under eye. I feel really bitter about some of the things my father has done and not done. Under nose. I absolutely resent some of the things my father has said and not said. Chin. I feel really, really exhausted by my father. Collarbone. I feel angry, bitter, resentful, and damaged by my father. Underarm. I feel that he does not deserve my forgiveness. Liver or under your breast. Even if he does not deserve to be forgiven, it need not come from me. Keep tapping. Wrists together. I understand that I am carrying around a mountain of unforgiveness. Crown ahead. I am so profoundly angry with him that I have no other choice. Keep tapping. Eyebrow. I keep beating my father up about the past. Side of eye. I'm not going to let him get away with the damage he has done to me. Under eye. What if forgiving my father could eliminate the pain and hurt from my life? Under nose. What if I just open my heart to releasing a bit of this rage? Keep tapping. Chin. What if I acknowledge that my father did the best he could? Collarbone. I don't believe that he did not do the best he could do in my life. Underarm. What if I choose to forgive my father just as I would forgive anyone else? Liver or underneath breast. What if he did was the best he knew how to do at the time? Keep tapping. Wrists together. What if forgiving my father, showing him some compassion, takes me into a state of peace and freedom, joy and happiness? Crown ahead. What if I forgive him and nothing happens? Nothing changes. Keep tapping. Eyebrow. Forgiving my father does not mean I am not entitled to my feelings. Side of eye. What if forgiving my father opens my heart to more love, more joy, more everything that I want? Under eye. What if forgiving my father is the path to what I really Want. Under nose. What if forgiving my father also means forgiving myself? Keep tapping. Chin. It's a setup. I'm not going to forgive him. Collarbone. Well, I am willing to forgive myself, and perhaps I will forgive him. Underarm. In fact, just thinking about feeling better makes forgiving him worth it. Liver or under the breast. Perhaps I can find some other reason to forgive him. Wrist together. I am at least willing to consider forgiving my father. Keep tapping. Crown of head. Better than that, I am choosing to forgive my father if it is a good choice I can make for myself. Stop tapping. Shake out your hands. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. Please take a couple of deep breaths with me right now. In through your nose. Hold it. Release your breath slowly and softly with your mouth, making the sound ah as you do so. Again, take in a deep breath through your nose. Hold it. Release the breath slowly and softly through your mouth, making the sound ah as you do so. One more time. Take in a deep breath through your nose. Hold it. Release your breath slowly and softly through your mouth, making the sound as you do so. If you haven't already opened up your eyes, please do so now. Be gentle. Be gentle. Take a sip of water. Drink some water right now. Drink some water. How's everybody feeling? Did I lose anybody? Is everybody good? You can just use the number system like we've been doing. If you've been good, if you're good right now, just use a 1. If you just need a few more minutes to collect yourself, put a 2 in the chat and we'll just wait. Absolutely. Absolutely, Ella. I don't either. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Now we're going to recheck your intensity level on holding any unforgiveness about your father. If the level is 8 or higher, repeat the entire 3-round tapping sequence. You will do this on your own. If the level is less than an 8, but greater than a 4, I need you to pull out your 12 forgiveness statements that you wrote in your forgiveness journal and tap on the karate chop point using those statements. If your level is a 4 or less, you have an opportunity to stop. But if you would like to continue in order to try to get to 0, which is goals, we're going to tap on the karate chop point and I'm going to give you a statement that you can utilize. Ashe? Who wants to do the statement if your level is a 4 or less? We can do it together or you can do it on your own time. Your choice. Ha ha! That's what's up. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. In the event of those who are a 4 or less, I'm just going to put it out there so anybody who wants to karate. In order to. Ooh, I guess I was talking. Here we go. To restore your mind and your heart to balance. Complete the day's practice by spending 5 to 10 minutes in quiet reflection. Okay. So, that's fine, Ella. This is going to get into so many other different people that you're associated with. At least you have had the experience of what this process is going to look like. As much as you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So, right now, we're going to go through another meditation for those, well, all of us who just did all that tapping. We're going to balance ourselves out at this point, okay? So just roll with me. One more meditation to just get us grounded and back to ourselves. There was a lot of energy being shifted. A lot of energy being shifted. You should be feeling some type of vibration in your body from moving all of that energy around. I want to ask you truthfully to tell me, do you feel any or did you feel any energy being moved around through that tapping process? Tiara. Okay. Queen Sanity. Did I lose Queen? All right. We're going to now go through the process of the guided gratitude meditation. Good. I want you guys to start feeling that. All right. So let's continue the process today. Please take at least 10 minutes to get yourself back in balance so you can conquer your reflection statement for the evening. Next, you will have the 10-minute guided gratitude meditation, a secret to happy day. You can find this on YouTube. The provider is Sarah Michelle. Ashe.
Powerful, guided 10-minute meditation. Today we are cultivating a positive mindset by beginning our day with gratitude. Remember that gratitude is a powerful force that can transform our lives. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we attract even more of it into our lives. Find yourself a quiet and comfortable space. Sit on the floor with your legs crossed or in a chair with your feet firmly planted on the ground. Make sure your spine is erect. Sit straight and place your palms facing up on your knees. Allow your mind, Allow your energy to settle down as you close your eyes now and begin to focus on your breath. Your breath is slow and steady. It's your normal breathing. Just inhale and exhale here. As your eyes are closed, you feel your body's tension moving, and you feel your mind coming into this present moment now. Take a deep inhale here and focus now even more on your breath. One more inhale. Inhale through your nose and slowly exhale through your nose. One more deep inhale and slowly exhale through your nose. Keep breathing. Your energy is focused here in this now moment. Now bring to your mind the one thing, that big thing that you are grateful for in your life right now. It can be anything big or small. Focus your attention on that thing and allow yourself to feel the gratitude for that thing. Notice any sensations in your body that arise as you think about it. Take a deep breath in, and as you inhale, you feel that gratitude. You see that thing that you're most grateful for. And as you exhale, say to yourself, I am grateful for this thing in my life, whatever it is. Feel that gratitude. Now, bring to your mind another thing that you're grateful for. What is it? It can be something completely different from the first thing, or something related. These are your gratitude feelings right now. And just allow yourself to feel the gratitude for that thing as well. And notice any sensations once again as you think about that thing. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, say to yourself, I am grateful. Feel it. Feel it. Now continue to bring everything that you're grateful for and feel the gratitude. You can focus on people, experiences, possessions, or anything else that brings you joy and happiness. And as you focus on each thing, fully immerse yourself in the feeling of gratitude. Feel every cell of your body overcome with joy. Feel that bliss. Feel it. It's beautiful. Now imagine what your life would be like without these things. And allow yourself to feel the gratitude even more now for having them in your life. Take a deep inhale. And let's add some gratitude affirmations to this meditation. You can repeat these affirmations silently or say them out loud. I am grateful for all the abundance in my life. I am grateful for the opportunities that come my way. I am grateful for my health and my well-being. I am grateful for the love and support in my life. I am grateful for all the beauty in the world around me. I am grateful for my strength and resilience. I'm grateful for all the lessons I've learned in my life. I am grateful for the joy and happiness I'm experiencing. I am grateful for the wonderful people in my life. And I am grateful that the universe always has my back. Inhale now through your nose and absorb those affirmations into your subconscious mind. Continue to repeat them and feel the gratitude. Now slowly inhale and exhale. Now take a few moments each day to cultivate gratitude at the start and the end of your day, and watch as your life begins to change in amazing and positive ways. And until our next meditation together.
How is everybody feeling? I hope that everybody's relaxed. Welcome. Welcome. Hey, Maya. Hey, baby. Hey, Miss Parker. How are you? Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. I have put the link out if anybody would like to come up and talk about how they're feeling. Make sure that you are gentle with yourself. Most of all, make sure that you love on yourself, which is very important. How's everybody feeling? Okay. Hi, love.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Good, 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 good. Hey, mama.
Hey, girl. How are you feeling?
Man, let me tell you, oh God. I knew that this one was not going to affect me as much because remember I told you that I already had did the shadow work back in June with my family members who are no longer here. And my dad was one of those people. So I came into this at a zero. And I only did it because I wanted to make sure that when you said certain statements, that I wasn't triggered. So being the fact that there were certain things you said that were in the sense of like if you were still angry or still disappointed with your father, I didn't have that. So that let me know that what I did last month actually took effect. So I have gratitude for that. I'm thankful for that because at least I know that I'm not angry with him no more. And we come up on a year of my father being no longer being with me on the 10th of next month. So that happening now, I'm glad that I have that assurance and that clearance that says like, going into this first year of him not being here that I have peace and I'm okay with that. Yeah,
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, well, this is a rounded class. So some of us have issues with our mother, our children, our father, our siblings, and it's going to go right down the row. We'll be focusing on each. But that's wonderful to know. And sleep in peace for your dad coming up on his anniversary.
absolutely. I just actually started wearing his the necklace that his life partner had gave me with his ashes in it. Like I first like when I first got it, I didn't even feel comfortable wearing it 'cause I was like, should I wear it? Should I not? Because I didn't get a chance to even speak to my father before he passed, and that was of no fault of my own. That was because of a third party, which is my sibling. So I didn't get to actually speak to him or make the peace with him that I wanted to, which was unfortunate. So once that situation got, exposed and I knew that I was going to have to make peace with him in a different way, I did some of it last year when it initially happened, and then I did more of it this year because I knew that when it came down to August, despite how everything went down, because our relationship was not perfect. Me and my dad have had our ups and downs. There were times where I was angry with him, especially when I was a teenager, because I felt like there were times he didn't understand that I was a young woman that had to grow up fast because of situations that happened, regarding, upkeeping the household and knowing what was going on in my parents' relationship. So I did have a lot of resentment towards him. But I could say in total, me and my father had rekindled about, I want to say about 4 times we've rekindled, from me being a teenager to me being an adult. And I think the second to last time we separated was because I always had this thing where I was upset when family members chose a side, and unfortunately the kids suffered. Like there
Mm,
was a time where like after my dad left my mom, well left us, I'll say, no one from we didn't get to speak to anyone from his side of the family. So I didn't have a connection with them for about 3 years. So when we did finally reconnect, I was scared because I'm like, how do I know this is real? How do I know that, we're going to keep in touch and that this is, going to be the thing where we're finally going to be able to connect as father and daughter. And the main reason I even wanted to do that was because one, around the time when my grandfather passed, like maybe a few months after that, I found out I was pregnant with my son, who's now about to be 14. So a main thing that I wanted to do with both of my parents was in that period when that transition happened, I wasn't really talking to either one of them. So when we got back in contact, I was like, y'all got a grandson on the way. Like, I really want to try to make things right. I really want us, to get along and, you know, let bygones be bygones. But I did it for his sake, because I wanted him to have a connection to his family. I wanted him to have the connections that I had lost out on. So finally, unfortunately, there are a lot of other parties outside of us that interfered in our father daughter relationship that I literally craved, that I literally needed. What I can say is that my dad did teach me some very valuable lessons. And when I did the shadow work last month, I realized that a lot of the things that some people would label simplistic are the greatest life lessons that he has taught me. Like my dad taught me to be frugal and appreciate the small things and know how to, cut corners when you're trying to like pinch a penny, and ultimately knowing what a positive male influence looks like. And if I had not did that forgiveness work, I know that the things that are coming to me now, I wouldn't have been able to access that. So I'm just thankful that I know that I did forgive him. and that I do have peace. And my daddy's around my neck right now as we speak. He's literally around my neck. He's sitting right here with us. I'm right here. So
Ashe. Ashe. Thanks for sharing. Thank you so much. Hi, Shay. Hi, Queen Sanity. Hey, Shank Rock. Shank Rock is in the building.
Hey guys.
Hi, Queen Sanity. I'm not gonna call you Queen I'm gonna call you Queen. How about that?
I'm here, Michelle, but I'm putting my phone on mute.
Okay.
Hi, y'all.
Hey.
Hi.
hey,
Hey Matt.
Go ahead, Queen Sandy. I'll talk after you because I'm doing something.
Oh,
Go ahead, babe.
I don't know. During the tapping, I think I felt a little anger. I didn't feel felt a little anger.
You felt
I don't.
anger.
Yes.
Okay. You was feeling
Yeah.
something. Something was coming up. It was
Something was coming up, but
mm-hmm.
it felt like maybe frustration is a little bit.
Explain that a little bit more.
I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad, but this is my first time doing it, so I wasn't mad. It was just frustration. Like I was beginning to get a little aggressive.
Aggressive towards the process or aggressive towards the subject matter?
Like my mind started to drift off, and I started to be a little bit more aggressive with the tapping. I will say I felt a little frustrated, and then it went away. But I did feel it. I felt some because I remember thinking to myself, I felt angry, but I don't think it was angry. I think I was just frustrated. I don't know how to explain it.
I think I understand. So the tapping process is thinking about the tapping process is similar to going through Reiki. Have you ever did Reiki before?
No.
Okay. Reiki tapping, acupuncture, or all along the same lines. Because with acupuncture, they physically put a pin in different meridians around your body to release the area. Um, and then they play different music because it brings up different emotions. With Reiki, it's somebody literally moving energy around your body without touching you. With this, it's like you're doing tapping, which is a frequency type of a thing going across your different meridians. That's why you were tapping on different places. Excuse me 1 second. I have to clear my throat. So that's what the tapping process does. So it allows you to move your energy around whatever the subject matter is, whatever you are thinking about. Um, that's what the tapping process is. Sometimes people end up crying. Sometimes people are angry because it's starting to bring different emotions up when you start tapping and moving the energy. So the reason why we incorporate the different subject matters, like on Wednesday, we did mothers. Okay. Then today we're doing fathers. And then we're going to be tapping on different people that may be associated in our life. So, with that, I'm giving you the sentences to clear out anything in your mind that may be hidden from you or you have suppressed. So, what tapping does, it brings it to the surface. It brings it to the surface. So, That's why I was interested where you felt anger or frustration, because I wanted to know, was it because you felt as though you weren't tapping the right way, or was it the actual subject matter and me triggering you with the words that I was saying?
I don't think it was because wasn't tapping the right way, because I was
Okay.
doing it exactly how you told me to do it, and
Correct.
it was just I was getting frustrated. I think on the second round, I was like, oh, I'm starting to feel away. Like the first round, I was okay. The second round, I started to feel away. And then on the third round, I was like easing off a little bit.
Okay. Okay. So that means that the words were triggering to you as you were going through the different meridians in your body. So we hit 10 meridians, including the karate chop. The karate chop one, believe it or not, is the most powerful one. A lot of people don't realize that because it just goes through your whole body. You can feel it. And some people use the karate chop process when they're tapping on their hand to release something, like if they're anxious or upset or they need to focus, they usually tap on the side of their hand to bring their focus to movement and then actually move that energy from being pent up somewhere in your body. So there, it's bringing triggering words. That's why there's a trigger list which I have to provide you. There's a trigger list where sometimes we have a hard time putting into words how we're feeling. So I provided a list of words through the alphabet that are trigger words, something that may jump out at you that puts into words what you're actually feeling, and you peruse that list and see what jumps out at you, like how are you feeling about this subject matter. So you are in exactly the right place where you need to be, because it was bringing something up for you somewhere that was deep down inside of you. When you was tapping through your body, something started to come up that you have suppressed. So that's a good process, because then in your private time, now that you have done this tapping, you can now go back and look at those sentences that I gave you and really fill them in the way you feel on the inside, you know? And then you can write or statement. I mean, either way, I gave you the tools. So either way, you can actually even write a impact statement or how you felt after doing the tapping. I felt this
Right.
way, I felt that way, I felt this way. You can write whatever it is that you were feeling, because nobody sees that but you. That's between you and Source Creator. Nobody knows that but you. I'm just here to try to help the process of forgiveness to do that, to make things come up so you can identify that you may have an issue with this, and it gives you a focus so you can learn the process of how you can heal and get through that. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay. You would tell me if I
Yeah.
wasn't, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying, I don't want you to, because you get up here and get a little shy. I want you to speak your mind. And I will
I
definitely send you those trigger words.
I
So
think I'm not really shy. I'm cautious. Very, very cautious. Like
you did say that
it's
before.
an anxiety thing, I think. So
It's all right.
like I do it all the time. Do it all the
It's
time.
no problem, baby girl.
Can
No
y'all hear
problem.
my background? Do it sound loud?
Not really. Mm-mm.
Cause I think they got the TV on real loud in the room.
It ain't
So
too
I
bad,
don't.
girl. Not to
It's
me.
not that bad. It's not
Y'all
that bad.
can hear Coco Melon. Cause
Listen, if that's what makes the baby happy, I'm not. I'm not going to say anything about that.
yeah, I'm gonna tell them to close the room door because I want to talk about the your topic, Michelle. I did see you send me something, and I ain't gonna lie, I saw it. I sent you a heart, but I didn't really look at it. And now I'm hearing what I was talking about. I guess those is tools. Like I did have a Reiki before. I
Hmm.
did experience a Reiki, and this young lady I went to, she actually like she emailed it to me, so I still can always go back and look at it.
Yeah.
Like showing me what chakra was blocked. Like they, well, her she would do overactive or under or balance, like that. That was like 2 years ago, so I haven't had one since then. But your topic was about the fathers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Forgiving. All
Yeah.
right, so I want to stay on topic. When my situation, I felt abandoned with my father. Um, I never experienced that daddy and mother from no man because even none of the men in my life ever was a father figure. So it it directed me into being angry towards my father, um, not feeling love, abandoned, not supported, unemotionally available, and every man that I had been with since then had gave me unemotionally available feelings. Do you
Mm.
understand what I'm saying?
Of course I do.
It took me. I started realizing that just not too long ago about the men that was in my life, as far as like my father from the foundation, and me not knowing who my grandfathers was. So I'm going back. You understand? And looking at the pattern with the male figures in my life. And when I realized what was taking place in with me and the relationships that I had been in, it all stemmed back from my childhood. You understand?
Yes.
So me personally, Queen Sanity left, but for me, what I've been doing, working on myself, is literally sitting in those feelings. Those feelings really hurt. You understand? It's like I'm sitting in a room and I'm the little girl, and I'm recognizing, I'm feeling all that, those insecurities, the pain, not feeling love, not feeling accepted, not understanding why I never had that man of protection. Like there was never a, a man is a protector, and I never had that in my life. Like I never had a man that protected me when it comes to my emotions, when it comes to feelings, when it comes to that part of a man that needs to be in your life. I just never experienced in that. And then it started bothering me as we get older, it started bothering me because now that I have been awakening for the last 3 years, I didn't really realize how damaged it was, how much I did not forgive because I kept going back into those feelings. And I didn't realize where they was coming from. And I kept blaming my father. And I get it, we can blame the father, but then once you realize it, you got to take accountability. Now I'm just like, okay, I can't sit here as a 45-year-old woman and keep saying, daddy, daddy, daddy. Yeah, that is a part, but now I'm facing it, the abandonment, and understanding where my abandonment issues come from when it comes to me interacting with people, not just men, with people. The insecurity, the cautious, no trusting. I never knew love. I knew trauma. So I adapted to trauma before I adapted to love, if that make any sense to anyone. That's what I was taught. I was taught trauma before I was taught love. I didn't start learning love until I started to love on myself and going into who Shay is, walking into my spirituality. And that's how I'm able now to forgive my father. And I'm not all the way there. I wouldn't lie to y'all and tell y'all that I'm 100% there, because I don't know if I will ever be 100% there. I just know how to deal with the accepting my father would never give me or can't. To this day, I needed him. Like now, what I went through in my life, I needed that father figure right now, but he couldn't, so I had to give it to myself. Was making it even harder, but it was meant for me to do it by myself, for me to start reparenting myself for me, if that makes sense.
Yes,
I
it
hope I
does.
ain't go around in circles, y'all.
You're not. You're absolutely not. So here's the thing. I don't know if you caught the part of the tapping or
No,
any
I
of that.
didn't.
Okay, go back and listen to the replay,
Uh-huh.
and then do the tapping process um, to help move that energy around.
Yeah, because I could feel those. Yeah, like our chakras tells a lot, right? So I know that like my root chakra is not balanced. You get what I'm saying? I know that. I'm aware of it now, and the sharp electrical pains I get in my body, and it usually is in my foot. So that means that the energy that I'm feeling and the anxiety, like I get very bad anxiety. I get very overwhelmed. Can't sleep, up all night, and that comes from me just trying to understand my life, how like the way my life was made out to be. So that part and the daddy issues, I know we're not talking about mother, so I ain't gonna bring that. So I have both parents abandonment issues, but when it comes to my pops, it was like damn, and it made me look at the men. I don't know who my grandfather is, and when I asked the family, nobody seemed. I don't know who my grandfather, who he was, what he did. My father's father, I don't know him. Never met him. Never talked about him. So when you start to look at yourself, you like, well, who am I? Like because we come from the men, right? That's what they say. We come. So I'm trying to figure out my bloodline, like where's these emotions and that I'm feeling coming from. But I'm gonna use your technique and see if it works. Is that like doing Reiki on ourselves?
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, I was looking that
That's
up,
why I was
Michelle.
saying that. That's why I was saying that Reiki, acupuncture, and tapping are all in the same family.
You know what helped me too? If you can't get to that Queen of Sanity and to anybody and Michelle, you know what helped me? That helped me move energy around, and I didn't know that. But at the time, I didn't know. Now I know. I couldn't get the Reiki or nothing, so I had went and got. I didn't know nothing about Reiki at the time, but my body kept calling me like I need to go get a deep tissue massage. And when I got that, when I tell you my body felt like but like the energy, I guess now when I look back, the energy had moved all around my body, and I was able to have more like understanding, more. I was more grounded. I felt so relaxed, like I never felt that. That I went to sleep and the dream I had was so vivid. I'm like, wait, I didn't realize that it was because I had got the moving the energy around in our body, and it started to awaken me even more to myself.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna really try that. I've been trying to figure out things to do, like especially when it comes to what's triggered in me, right? Because that shit hit you out of nowhere. You just be sitting there, and I can hear a song, and a song probably will make me think of something. I can hear somebody say something, so I'm gonna use it, Michelle. I appreciate that.
yeah. Go
So
back.
what you sent me, what's that?
I gave you the sheet of the pre-work that I've been sending you since we started.
Oh
So that
gosh.
way you can transfer it into your journal, your forgiveness journal,
Mhm.
or you can print them out and just create your own
Well, I
book.
did the first one. I used the first one. This one you just sent me today. I didn't look at it yet.
Okay. So there's all, well, now that it's, gone, you could go back and look at 1 through 6 now. Because
Mhm.
them have the different sheets, the questions where, not a question, but you can fill in the blanks. I gave you the precursor of every sentence and the different topic of what we're covering. I gave you the topic of what we'd be discussing, what the practice was going to be about, and then I gave you a forgiveness prayer.
Yeah, I've been forgiven. You know what I realized? when I took my when you start to take your feelings out of a situation, that's that helped me forgive my parents. Every day it's helping me more and more. I wouldn't say I wouldn't sit here and say I'm at 100%, but when I start taking my feelings away from the situation and just looking at it as what's the word I'm looking for? Because if I keep my feelings in that situation, that I'm not gonna look at it or forgive my family. I'm gonna keep blaming them for how I feel at this moment in my life.
Mm,
Right.
you know,
I just
my dad. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, babe.
yeah.
No, I, like my dad. He already asked for forgiveness, and I chewed him out about it. So, a part of the exercise I kind of connected to, and I think it was the end of it when she was like, I have to forgive you." Like I don't feel like I have to forgive somebody. Like I truly don't. Like
No, you don't have to forgive,
he
but
asked
do you
for, he
forgive yourself?
apologized. He asked for forgiveness. He apologized for it, and it's not like I feel any type of way. I don't feel like I hate him. I do not hate my father. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. I don't hate him. I don't think that it's deserving of forgive. Like I feel like I'm just not gonna give you that. That I'm not gonna do. I mean, I can let it go all day, but I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mindset. Oh, you're just all is well. Everything is well. You're forgiven for everything.
No, you don't have. That's not because forgiveness is not about the other person. Forgiveness
Right.
is for you,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
so you can move on. It ain't got nothing to do with him at all
Right.
Yeah, I gotta
because he's
understand my.
something that did something to you that made you feel some type of way. So it's like you ain't got to let him off the hook. Like you ain't got to accept his apology. The forgiveness is for you.
Right.
It's for you to move on. So that way you can push that out of your way and keep it pushing. All right, I forgive you. Yep, if it's for me, it ain't for you. It's for me.
Right.
We ain't even got to be in each other's space anymore. You know what
Because
I'm
when
saying?
you hold on to that girl, that I was holding on to my father's clean insanity. I didn't want to forgive him. He never asked for my forgiveness. Yours did, which is good. Mine don't even take accountability. And I just knew, like, all right, let me take my feelings out and my emotions out of this situation because I have learned, I'm learning and have learned to really self master my emotions for myself because my father, like I'm never gonna get that from him, but I forgive him. Don't means that I gotta fuck with my excuse me, Michelle. Not means that I have to mess with my father, not meaning like that, but for me to move on and understand the obstacles that I was facing in my relationships, how I looked at men, how I felt about myself as no protection, no protector as a man, I had no choice because it was tearing me down even more. So I had to
Oh no, Shay.
Did she go some?
You
Oh, I
you
thought that was
muted,
me.
mama.
No, she's not muted. I think she.
I'm not muted. Y'all can hear me?
We hear you. We hear
Now,
you now.
yeah. You know.
Y'all really
No,
didn't hear me? The phone is. That's crazy. I didn't even do
you know
nothing.
exactly what that is, Ma.
Anyway, Michelle, yeah, it fell. So I was like, well, my basically when I'm saying Queen of Sanity, it's something, huh? It's something deep down. Like for you, I don't think you mean that you can't forgive him. I think you just maybe you I don't know if you not like messing with him no more, and that's okay. But the forgiveness, girl, trust me, it ain't for him. It's really for you. It really helped you because
I
it
get
helped
it.
me.
I'm not
But I ain't
holding
got to
on
mess
to it.
with
Like
my
I don't
father.
care. Like I don't hold on to it. So maybe he got it, but I just No. Like, so I'm really good at sitting something somewhere and never picking it back up.
I feel you.
Like, I
My
will
father had
sit
came
you
in for
down
500. I
and I
got you.
won't talk to you. I won't communicate with you. I won't talk to you. I won't say nothing to you. And I really don't be thinking nothing about you. Like, so I will sit you down in that little compartment. If you don't call me, don't think I'm going to call you. Like, really good at it. I'm really good at that. So I don't know if I don't forgive him. I don't fool with a lot of people. I think I just don't fool with people that has once you do something to me, you ain't even got to be my daddy. If you anything, anybody, if you do something to me, I'm gonna sit you down, and not like in a physical way. I'm just saying like you just gonna be over there, like over there. Over here. I really don't want to have no more dealings. I don't have to get you back because that's gonna happen anyway. But
Yeah, that's how I felt. My
I'm
father came into $250,000 and left me in poverty. That took a lot for me to really like sink in. And gave me $500 and say what you did with it, and I was like, what? I paid the bill, and that kind of hurt me because he really like my father had it, and for a father, I couldn't forgive that. That was hurting for me. That's happened like maybe 10 years ago, and it bothered me because I was literally in poverty. I was literally messed up. I was on public assistance, and our father, you come into $250,000 and you let us know, and then you actually gave my brother but didn't give me. It was like, wow, and that was hard to forgive. Like it did. I forgive him now because I just forgive myself. When I forgave myself, I forgive him. And I'm not saying I didn't do nothing wrong, but it was just like I can't keep holding on to that. Like, all right, he done left me there, left me stranded, left me messed up. Just like now I lost my daughter, the baby earth father on Mother's Day. And I didn't need my father. My father didn't even have to like the man. I don't really like that wasn't the problem. It wasn't even about my daughter father. It was more about daughter, is you okay? He still can't give me that because he's emotionally unavailable to give me that. And I just so with that being said, I forgive and just walk away. There's no if my father called me, I pick up the phone because I don't hate him. And I'm not bitter with him. So I'm just like, hey, what's up, Dad? What's up? And he'd be like, oh, and then he still would say, well, why you not calling me? And it's like, you haven't called me to know that I was dealing with postpartum depression. You didn't call me and you knew I was dealing with. Well, he didn't know I had to tell. I told him that I was dealing with these things. I didn't expect for him to pick it up because some people don't know that. They can't read your mind. So I was like, I had to let my family know that I was dealing with that. And it was no support, no emotional, nothing. And it's never gonna change. Only way it's gonna change if I change it.
well,
Never gonna change.
like my father raised me. My father raised me by himself. So
Okay.
he raised me with no emotions. He literally sat me down, told me, "You don't have no friends. Ain't nobody your friend." You know what I'm saying? Don't trust nobody. Like, these are the my lessons that I was taught. That's like, I guess.
Oh wow.
But so like, and he never said, "I know my dad loves me," but he never said he loved me. You know
Yeah, I
what I'm
never heard
saying?
that.
That's something I never heard. He was very, very strict. I was highly intelligent. Like when I was a kid, I was taking apart computers and putting them back.
Well, I
Like I
love
was
you too, Miss
highly
Sanity.
intelligent.
I love
Huh?
you. I love you. Cause I just when I say that, that's just me as a person. I love you. Sometimes we need to hear that word. I love you. I know what that feel like. That's a real trauma right there to hear. Never hear I love you. I never heard that either from both parents. I love you.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
don't know. I wish I just am a lot more. I'm not as cold, but you know it. certain stuff I just feel a little iffy about. I don't feel like he raised me to be cold, but I'm not really cold because I'm still a woman. I feel like he raised me as if I was supposed to be a boy. He wanted me to be a boy.
Or he raised.
Oh
I ain't gonna
wow.
say.
Now I relate to what she said because
Wow, that's
honestly,
crazy.
I went through that with my father. Because here's the thing: I have an older brother who's no longer with us. I'm technically my father's second child. I'm my mother's first child. So when I was growing up, my father used to like to do boy stuff with me. So when I went through, the transition of going through, puberty and all of that, that's when me and my father's relationship got real rocky because he didn't know how to handle the fact that I was a girl. Like you go through your first cycle, you're going through emotional, hormonal changes. Like he didn't know how to handle that. So I say from when I was born, of course I was dressed like a girl and everything like that, but up until I say about age 12, 13, that's when everything between me and my father hit a switch. Like he didn't want me to be a girl, he wanted a son. Now mind you, my younger brother, we are 5 years apart, so when he came into the picture, my brother started getting a little bit more attention than me. So it was just me and my mom that was like going through the motions, even stuff that my mom would go through for us, like her mental health stuff. Like a lot of the responsibility of me being there for her fell on me. My dad would like stay home with my brother and just really wouldn't want to be bothered with it. So as time progressed and as time went on, when me and my father, like I say, maybe a few months before I found out that he was suffering from stage 5 kidney failure, me and my father got into this argument, and that's why I relate to you, Maya, because he was asking me a whole bunch of questions, and I'm like, the last time we spoke, I told you that I was going through this, that, and the third, and you didn't call to check in. My brother didn't call to check in, and by this time, my mom was gone. So I'm like, I feel like I was alone out here. So when we went through that, now mind you, a lot of what happened in that space was because of third party interference from my brother, because he was on it to where he wanted to get what he wanted out of my father, and he wanted all the attention and did what he did to kind of like X me out, which I had to deal with that. But it didn't just affect me, it also affected my child. He didn't get to have time with his grandfather. So with that being said, honestly, a lot of times when it comes to us as like women, when we're growing up as young girls, we look to our fathers to be like the first representation of what we look for in a man, for us being like a provider, a protector, and just showing us like what a real representation of what a man is supposed to be like. So then we don't have that connection and we go on in life. We either end up finding men that are similar to them, or we're also trying to find someone that's going to fill that void of your father not being present. And that's where, the forgiveness part comes in at. Because I feel like, honestly, if no matter what parent you feel, neglected by, or whatever parent you don't feel like you have a connection with, or the parent that didn't say the sorry, or the parent that did say the sorry, it's like if we don't forgive it, it's going to block out what it is that we need to receive to fill those empty spaces. So that's something that I had to learn. And trust me, I didn't learn this early on in my young adulthood before I became a parent. Like it literally had to hit me, I say, when I was like, yeah, like 32. I'm about to be 34 this year. So it didn't come easy. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations to even get to that point. And sadly, I had to get to that point really after he was no longer here. So I get where both of y'all are coming from. I truly do. I understand.
Yeah, I'm 45 and it's hitting me now.
See?
But it's
It's because I started elevating to maturity. So uh, it really hit me now in my 40s. I ain't gonna lie.
it's definitely
Yeah.
knocking me off my behind. I ain't gonna lie about that. But I just, I was born into, uh, for lack of a better word, I was born into I don't like calling it stuff that other people call it, but I guess the only word I can say is a karmic family where everybody has something.
That's what it is. It's not what it is. It's a karmic family. That's the truth.
No matter
Karmic could be.
how
You know, yeah, I got you.
n- no matter how good I am to them, no matter what I do, they're always going to find something to pick at.
Mm,
No matter how
I'm with you there.
perfect I am, because that is something that I had to be perfect. perfect, perfect, perfect. And now I just get to the point where I don't care if I'm perfect or not. I don't care if you know what I'm saying? I can get to that, like, little, you know what I'm saying? Because I was taught how to be that. But I don't care. Like, I don't have to be pripped and crammed and everything like that. Like, I'm in the mode of relax, reset, sit down, and chill. I'm trying to get myself out of fight or flight. I'm trying to get myself to chill, just sit down. Very hard. It's very hard to sit down. But I think when you are born in those type of families, even though I was born in a current family where everybody hates me, I still had a cover. I still had somebody, um, something, somebody always, always there. I never felt lonely. I never felt um I never I never felt like how they were trying to make me feel. And nobody can make me feel like the world is out to get me. Nobody can make me feel like the world is all bad. Nobody, but I feel like my family was trying to install in me that nobody likes you, the world don't like you, you're alone. And I feel like that's what my father tried to do. Which I guess it helps a little because when you're on places like YouTube, nobody is your friend. So it helps me here. It helps me when I'm out there in the world and you know, business is business. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to being, I don't have a softer side. I don't have um I can be nice to you, but you know what I'm saying? So I just feel kind of weird in certain situations. I'm a very big on masculine energy, I guess. Why are y'all quiet? What do y'all want me to do? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you
I'm
good.
steady talking and I ain't even got. I'm on mute. Lord have mercy.
What
Queen Savage.
happened?
Who was on mute? You, Queen?
Me, Michelle.
Oh, Michelle, you was talking. You was.
I was on mute.
I
I'm like,
felt like
why is it
something was
nobody?
supposed to be said to me.
Queen.
I felt like I was rambling. Huh?
I heard everything that you said, and I grew up in a family where we all had to slap an H on our chest and handle it. So the dynamics was is that I'm one of seven, and the age span is crazy. So I'm the youngest out of the seven. So therefore, I got away with a lot. But I had four brothers ahead of me and two sisters. But the four brothers were like we were brought up to be like, okay, we know you're a girl, but I have four brothers that used to be like, if a dude asks you for money, they ain't shit. If uh if they ask you for more than $20, they definitely ain't shit. Um if they was like, don't you cry, don't you let nobody see you cry, don't let nobody ever see you sweat, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna slap an H on your chest and you're gonna handle that. We were not allowed to show open emotion. That's how I was raised, not to show open emotion. So mine came out in a different way. So I became the pit bull. So anytime you would trigger me, I would be the one that barked the loudest, but I would bite you at the same time. So that's what I was taught. But from my understanding, the older I got, the more I found out about how I missed the era when my father was a drinker. I missed all of that because he wasn't like that by the time I came around. So here I am thinking, you know, this is normal. This is the way a family operates. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I couldn't get with was the fact that we had to keep all of our emotions bottled in. We were never allowed to show our emotions. And the only way it came out, and now that I'm sitting back and listening to you, Queen, um, it came out in anger. So that was normal to the point that, everybody popped off. So it was like that was a normal thing, you know. And my father was very stoic, and my mother was very stoic. So you could never really, especially my mother had it down to a science. You could never read what she, if you was an outsider, you would never be able to read her, like what she was thinking, how she was feeling, unless she came out her mouth and said something slick. And my father was the same way. So my father was the kind of person that he commanded respect. When I speak, you're going to listen. If I tell you to do this, you're going to do that. And that's it. And his other thing was, don't ever ask me my opinion if you don't want to hear the truth, because I'm going to tell you the damn truth. And if you don't want to hear it, then you shouldn't ask me. So that's the type of situation I grew up in. So I became stronger in that situation because of that. But the older I get, it's like I'm like that with my kid. And I don't want to be like that with my kid. You know what I'm saying? Because she's soft, and she's not like me. I know she's got a part of me in her. But over all of the different situations and the death and all of this stuff that I have went through coming up, losing my mother at an early age and all of that kind of stuff. And it just kept going and going and going and going because I always thought I lived underneath a perpetual black cloud. But I had to get myself out of that because I lived in a cave. I can go into a cave, I call it the cave, and cut everybody off. You say something to me that I don't like, we ain't got to speak at all. Don't even look in my direction. Don't say a word. I had the art of ignoring you down to a science. I can walk past you and not even care that you were standing there. You would be totally like you were invisible. But I don't want to be like that because now I'm showing my daughter some aspects of myself that I'm not happy about. Because kids will hold up a mirror in front of you just like that, especially when they start emulating who you are. So I understand that. And that's something that I have to learn how to read. I have to ask her for forgiveness all the time. But I'm really asking for forgiveness of myself because I need to change that. And I recognize that in myself, you know? So I'm off my soapbox now.
Yeah, I was just ready to say like I'm just like my dad. Like I'm very much like to a T. Like I'm just like him. All the way down to his little rule was you pay the cost to be the boss. I make the money, so I control all of this. You know what I'm saying? I do this. This is what I do. My dad worked 3 and 4 jobs. This is what he did. He worked 3 and 4 jobs and went on a trip every weekend. He made the money to live the life that we live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Down. So now that's what I do. I make the money. I control it. You not. No. I work hard. I make the money. If you want something else, that's fine. I don't care. But I'm gonna make like I will not allow anybody to handle my finances. No one can ever handle my finances. When I'm with a man, your money is now my money. Like I'll do it. I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna put my household in your hands. I'm not gonna put my car in your hands. I'm not gonna put my family in your hands because and not just like on little stuff. Like my dad pays bills for everybody in the family. You know what I'm saying? He had one kid. He had one responsibility, but really he took care of everybody. Like so logically, he was under pressure, a lot of pressure. My dad was under a lot of pressure because if he failed, who did this one have to come to? Who did this one have to come to? Who did that one have to come to? And eh, you know what's in the back of my head as a kid? Well, dang, I'm next. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm next. Like, these people, as soon as my dad isn't able to do what he's doing for these people, they're coming straight to me. And that's what they do. They come straight to me. I take care of this. I take care of that. I take care of this, that, and I can make, I can make a penny stretch me 30 days, and I'll do it. I will live with nothing so that everybody else can have something. So when it comes to my father, he's under a lot of pressure, but he took that pressure on. It's like he could have said no. He could have said, I'm not gonna do this. Now, it don't come without hearing his mouth, but he gonna do it. Like you know what I'm saying? He gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have a little mouth. He gonna have a little arrogance to it if you do go and ask, but he gonna do it. But that still is like a pressure on him. And now I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure of my cousins coming to me. I feel the pressure. But you know what I do? I do exactly what you just said. I stay behind out. I will block them on social media. I will do every like no, what you say? I will act like I ain't see messages. You're not gonna put that on me. You're not gonna have me be a ATM only calling when you need a problem fixed. He didn't do that. And now then stuff be clicking up. You know what I'm saying? Stuff be clicking up because I'm really working it out in my head as a talk, and stuff be clicking up because also he tried to keep me away from his side of the family when I was little. He couldn't stand me being around them. He couldn't stand me being around them. He tried to keep me away, and I just think that I think truly that he had reasons for the things that he did. They were just bad things that he did. Like, you know, like he didn't know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He, nor did my mother. Neither one of them knew what they was doing. My mother looked up, found a man. I am very grateful for the parents that I had. Because where one lacked, the other one didn't. You know what I'm saying? But they were horrible. Like, they were horrible. And not a lot of people could deal with what I dealt with. So I just, I don't know. As a child, we grow up and we be just like our parents. But I know, but that allows me to figure out why you did what you did. That don't make it okay though. that don't make it okay that you did it. Because if I have the logical mindset of seeing that you did something, and logically I understand why you did it, but it was the wrong thing to do. Why couldn't you figure out that was the wrong thing to do? You know, I don't know. I think I feel like I'm running.
No,
Y'all
understood,
don't
because you and I had similar experiences as the more you talk. So I get it. I get where you at. I definitely do. Tiara, is there anything? Sanity.
Huh?
We're gonna take the sanity off. Queen. We're gonna call you Queen One. I thank
Wow,
you
that
for your
sanity is
I
very
thank you for
important.
your transparency. I really do. I appreciate you for that. I really
Are
do.
you welcome?
Um, that was great, man. That was really good. In this process, you're gonna learn that those things that keep popping up in different pockets where we say that, you know, we want to change, we want to change. And in the process of healing through forgiveness, it's just one of those things where you're going to ebb and flow with it, ebb and flow, ebb and flow. So all I'm doing is just being a facilitator between you and your higher self. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. And I appreciate you coming up and sharing, just like shared. Tiara, thank you so much for sharing. And all of the tools are there. So whenever you need them, even if you feel as though this is something that you may not want to do at this time, or you may feel that this may have not applied to me, but this does, this doesn't, know that you always have access to any given morning. Um, I'm sorry, I forgot to put my phone on silence. My sister was letting me know that she got home, I'm sure, back home to Virginia. But um, this process, all the tools are there. Every morning inspiration is led to is feeds right into this. Because unbeknownst, I don't know if you realized it or not, but every morning inspiration is a topic that we're going to deep dive into. Every single one. Every single one. So um all I'm fulfilling what I think that I should be, not think, I'm going to scratch that. I'm fulfilling what my mission and my purpose is to help bring light and shed light onto different things. Um what is going on? Shay, what's going on with you? But
I
anyway,
came down. I came out my building, and the reception went out. That's why. Because I
okay.
can't bring the garbage down. But
Oh,
I wanted to say something real quick because I ain't gonna be on long because I'm outside. Not outside, but walking to the store. Um, Queen Sandy, for me, I heard y'all a little bit because I was moving around, so I had the phone on mute. But for me, I heard Michelle say, I used a lot of for me when it comes to this journey of healing and this is not just to you, to whoever is listening to. I
yeah.
learned to just learn. I took, because there's a lot of tools and divinations you could use to heal yourself. To me, I just feel like whatever worked for you, worked for you. And on this journey, you're gonna realize that, like Michelle was saying, you're gonna just realize little things about your own self. Because for me, certain things that a lot of people could tell me a lot of things, but I had to figure out what worked for me. And sometimes it was just sitting in the feeling. It was just that simple. Like it was just sitting there. And like I said, when I grew up, my family teased me because I cry so easily. Like you could say boo to Shay, and Shay gonna cry back then. I cry easily now. I'm very vulnerable. But what I'm saying is, I just didn't know how to use, like, I didn't know how to use the tools at first. I didn't, and I'm very stubborn. So I would Michelle know I'm stubborn, right? Michelle, you know that I have a
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard head. That's that Taurus moon in me. I'm very stubborn. So what I'm saying is I didn't know what to do. I was in this journey confused at Michelle. No. I was all up and down. I don't know what tools to use. But every day, every second I heal myself because even when those down times come, I learned how to shift my mental state of mind because that's the weapon right there. It ain't about nothing. I realized that I couldn't even look at nothing on the physical. I couldn't look at tarot card reading no more. I couldn't do a lot of things because I found out that I kept looking outside of myself, comparing my journey to others' journeys. And it was like, nah, my journey is different. Like all of us got a unique, special journey to ourselves that we owe that to ourselves. We promise that to ourselves. So when it comes to tools and everything, I feel like do try what you could try and use anything that works for you. I don't care what it is. If it's you looking at comedy shows and the comedy shows can lift your vibration, can switch your mindset, because that's the real war. We are in a war of the minds, right? So our soul, our mind is the war, right? No, yeah, our mind is the war, or something like that. I forgot how I would say it, but our mind is the war, and our soul is what we fighting for. You feel me? We fighting for our own soul right now. So you got to just find anything that works for your mental state, yo. And regardless, there's no right or wrong way to do it. As long as you're not trying to harm nobody else and take they, harm them or mess with their mental mind, then everything is good. There's no right or wrong. You just got to find what works for you. So if it's you just laughing, is you crying? For me, it's crying. I have to cry. It comes out of nowhere, and it takes like a couple of pounds off my mental state of mind. It just released me. Just wanted to share that because a lot of
I'm a
people.
laugher. Like I if he laughing and joking and playing, that does it. Now crying, it will take an act of God to make me cry. I'm so serious. Like
That's okay.
I
That's
have
for
to
you. That's
sit.
okay.
I would have to sit and
It's
think of
fine.
something real. And sometimes I make myself cry because every woman needs to cry. You feel me? Every woman, everybody, every person need to cry. So sometimes, like if I haven't cried in 6 months, I'm going to force myself to cry. I'll put on some music. I'm gonna listen to some. I'm gonna think about some sad thoughts, and I'm just gonna get it out some kind of way because it's not good to have that. So crying is a good thing. That's something that I wish I could do, like, but I can't. But it's okay. Like, but mine is laughing. That's definitely how I get, you know, do anything. Oh,
Did
I'm
we
a
lose Queen? Did we lose her?
she glitching a little bit.
She glitching?
Yeah, a little bit. You was finished talking, Queen Bull?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure because it started doing the in and out thing. I didn't know what was going on, but I understand you. I understand y'all both. Like honestly, again, I'm gonna say this. Like I said to y'all last week when we was up here. I do appreciate the fact that as women that we are in this space where we can share our stories and be able to identify one another. Because again, it's very rare in this day and age where they give us, safe spaces to where women can state the things that they've gone through and find, different solutions. I definitely agree about the crying because like I said to mama when she had me do the surprise thing last Saturday, like I really was in this space where I did not want to cry and I wasn't ready to receive myself crying. So now that I'm in this, transformation slash what they call soft girl era, I think I'm embracing that reality of when I feel it, just let it out. So I'm appreciative of that. But I really do want to thank y'all, Miss Mayat and Queen. Well, she said don't say the sanity part, so I'm just gonna say Queen One and Mayat. I appreciate y'all for all that y'all shared. Y'all definitely did give me some additional tips. And Mama, I thank you again for everything. I appreciate you to the moon and back, and you definitely gave me some confirmation today that I definitely needed, especially going into next month.
Excellent. Excellent.
Ooh,
What?
child.
Who is this man?
That's Jamel. Jamel don't know
Oh
What
where
is
he
he
at.
wow.
saying? What is he saying?
Jamel,
Oh
Jamel don't know where
wow.
he at. Jamel just in a hold. He just
What he said? Question
He said, "Are you married?"
to who?
can't
I don't
take
know who he's
people
asking.
nowhere. Can't take black
Who's
folks
married?
nowhere. That's Jamel.
He done tried to do a love connection on Michelle Blendon Healing.
I don't know who he
Oh
directing that at. He to
God.
my question, "Are you married?" Like who? Who's he asking that
It's
to?
just it
Uh,
was just a full moon, Jamel. And
yeah.
it's
Listen,
seven
bruh.
seven seven, and my birthday is September the 7th. 7 is my number. So
Mine too, girl. I'm
my phone number
77.
73.
got
My
my
angel
phone
number is
number
seven
is
seven
like
seven.
777
Oh, my life
777.
path is
Like
7.
that's just my number. My number has always been 7 throughout my whole entire life. I never knew what
Mm-hmm.
it meant until
Me
now,
though.
but that's just been my number. So it is my time. It's
Child.
I
happy
love
Oh,
y'all,
who
Friday.
ladies.
he?
I
Happy.
do.
How he
I
found your channel?
appreciate these talks. Huh?
No, I would say, Michelle, how he found your channel? I know I shared it,
I
but
don't think I
Mm,
don't think he's talking to me.
he asking you, Michelle. Michelle.
He
it's
asking
your
you.
chance
He
though.
gotta
He's
be
talking to
asking you.
you.
He
This
asking
is
who?
your
That would
channel.
be
He's
his
talking to you.
grandmother. His grandmother.
So she
He like you,
Oh no,
He's
Michelle.
he
talking
messed
to
with the
the
lady
lady that's
talking about the 777s.
Oh, he talking to Queen of Sin. Queen. Oh,
oh
Queen. He
no no
talking to
no I
Queen.
didn't no chili. Okay. Let's move on from that. Cause we don't need to talk
I'm,
about that no more.
Queen says, I'm about to
I
jump down,
can't
but I
take
want to just tell y'all I love y'all. I
I
appreciate
love
y'all.
y'all too. We're about
No,
And
you don't.
it.
y'all gonna you gonna be up
I
there tomorrow,
appreciate
mama?
these talks every Friday. He's great.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, tomorrow, so tomorrow morning, it's at 7 a.m. as you know. And then at 1 o'clock I have like an open panel that we just, kick back. No topics or anything like that.
I
So
probably catch the open panel. I don't know
yeah,
about that 7 because Earthy. I don't
the
know.
lady that's talking to 777, I know he ain't talking to me because I'm old enough to be his grandmother. So that part.
Oh God. Well, it was nice talking to y'all on this Good Friday.
Oh,
And
he's
I'll
talking
see
to
y'all either
y'all. All right.
tomorrow
All right.
or
Wait,
Listen,
I'll
what?
see y'all
thank you
next
so much
Friday.
for coming. I really, truly appreciate
Thanks
you.
for having me, guys.
Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you.
Always been a pleasure. Always. This is home. This is safe space. All right. So y'all ladies have a wonderful night. Do something to honor the 777 portal. You know, do that connection tonight. Be easy with yourself. You went through a
So I
lot.
have to rewind this to see the technique you said, right? It's on here.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna watch the replay. You said great live.
You know what? It is time to
Good
go. It
job.
is
All
that.
right, y'all. I'm
Listen, it
dropping
is
down.
time to
Good
go.
night, y'all.
Okay.
Peace,
Good night.
All
queens.
right.
Good
Good
night.
night. Good night. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by. I'm so done right now. All right. Mwah. I love you all from a genuine place. I really, really do. Thank you for taking time out to stop by Blended Healing on tonight. And I truly appreciate you. OG Jamel, you brought the laughter in the space. Gotti, I appreciate you for coming through and everything like that. So with that being said, like I said before, for those who want the sheets in advance, I'm gonna drop my IG so that way I can send it to you in advance. The next time we meet, for healing through forgiveness, will be on Wednesday. It will be pre-recorded. but I will send you the sheet so you can transfer it into your journal that you dedicated for the forgiveness journal. All right. All right. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by Blended Healing on tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. Asha and deep bow.